Lady Macbeth Msenskogo Ojezda. Opera in 4 acts and 9 scenes, 2.5 hours. Composed 1930 to 1932, revised 1935, and as Katerina Ismailova, 1956 to 1963. First performed the 22nd of January 1934, Mali Opera Theatre, Leningrad, Russia. Libretto, Dmitry Shostakovich and Alexander Praise. Lady Macbeth of the Msensk district was a daring venture for a composer in his mid-20s. It may even have verged on reckless for Shostakovich to present the Lady Macbeth-like murderess of Nikolai Leskov's original story as an affectionate woman, a deeply sensitive woman, by no means lacking in feeling. Certainly, by giving Katerina moments of both passion and reflection, he tries to explain her crime. The shabby peasant, an old convict, and Boris, Katerina's father-in-law, all sing lively arias, but they are generally parodied in Shostakovich's orchestration. Although some critics found the opera coarse, it had more than 100 performances in the 2 years before it was banned. Shostakovich later revised it as Katerina Ismailova. Today, opera houses prefer the original Lady Macbeth. Principal roles: Boris Ismailov, high bass, a prosperous merchant. Zinovy Ismailov, tenor, his son. Katerina Ismailova, soprano, Zinovy's wife. Sergei, tenor, one of Ismailov's labourers. Askinya, soprano, a maid. The shabby peasant, tenor. Sonyetka, contralto, a convict. Old convict, bass. Police sergeant, bass. Act 1. Katerina is wary of life. Ach nie spitza bolshe. Boris, her father-in-law, complains she has produced no heir, but she blames her husband, Zinovy. Boris orders her to find rat poison. As he leaves on business, Zinovy introduces a new labourer, Sergei. Boris tells Katerina to swear to be faithful to her husband. Aksinya, the maid, warns Katerina that Sergei is a skirt chaser. Labourers, Sergei and the shabby peasant molest Aksinya. Katerina mocks them for pretending to be brave. Sergei suggests wrestling with her. Boris discovers them on the floor and threatens to inform Zinovy. Naked in her bedroom, Katerina wishes someone would come to her. Sergei arrives and makes a pass at her. At first she resists, then surrenders to wild love-making. Act 2. Boris reminisces about his philandering youth and imagines satisfying Katerina. Pod oknamio shuzhik. When he spots Sergei leaving her room, his servants beat Sergei and lock him in a storeroom. Katerina serves Boris mushrooms with rat poison. Feeling ill, he summons a priest. Boris tells the priest that Katerina has poisoned him, then dies. Unconcerned, the priest sings a quick requiem. In bed with Sergei, Katerina demands more passion, but he says their affair must end when Zinovy returns because he cannot share her. Katerina Lvovna. She promises to marry him. Katerina is awakened by Boris's ghost, who curses her. She then hears noises in the house. As Sergei hides, Zinovy appears, accuses her of infidelity and beats her. She cries out for Sergei, who kills Zinovy with a candlestick and hides him in the cellar. Act 3. The shabby peasant sings the praises of vodka and sets out looking for more drink. Umenya biala kuma. Breaking into the cellar, he finds Zinovy's rotting corpse. The police sergeant is annoyed that he was not invited to Katerina's wedding party. When the shabby peasant brings word of the body, the police rush off to fill up on food and drink at the wedding. Everyone is drunk except Katerina. Noticing that the cellar's door is open, she prepares to flee with Sergei when the police arrive. She promptly invites them to handcuff her. Act 4. In a labour camp, an old convict laments his unhappy lot. Katerina finds Sergei still yearning for his love, but he rejects her. Nie lekko pośle pohota da poklonov. Instead, he desires Sonyetka. But she at first rejects him, saying she wants stockings as proof of his love. Claiming he is ill, Sergei borrows Katerina's stockings and disappears with Sonyetka. Then, seeing Sonyetka standing on a bridge, Katerina pushes her into the river and jumps in herself. An officer announces that they have drowned, and the prisoners move off singing. Larissa Gogolevskaya interpreted Katerina opposite Victor Luciano.